Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group. Very warm welcome, Masters, and thank you so much for joining. As always, and as you know, we always give our gratitude to the Masters before we start our session. So, requesting everyone to keep your hands near your heart, join your hands, and let us pray to the Divine Masters. Let us invoke their energies. Let us also welcome Lord Gautama Buddha and all the masters from all the divine realms, to all the divine feminine masculine energies, to the masters who are connected with Most High, to all the Guru consciousness, to the spiritual masters, the spirit guides, guardian angels, and spirit animals, to ascended masters, Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptarishi Mandal masters, to all the siddhas, teachers, healers, mentors, and gurus, and to all those masters who are always helping us and guiding us, to our great grandmaster Pitamaha Brahm Rishi Subhash Patri sir, Maha Avatar Babaji, and to all those masters who are from Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Father Universe, to the guardians of the galaxy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Light Masters, for guiding us, sharing your divine wisdom and knowledge, and also helping us inculcate the right wisdom, helping us to know what we are, why we are here, and what is our purpose, and what needs to be put forth in our lives. May we get to know our truth, may we get to speak our truth, may we find our truth, and may we always choose truth over anything else. And also unconditional love. So may we also have unconditional love energies always within us, compassion within us, kindness within us. May we also fulfill our soul plan and purpose and also align us with our highest timelines of our life journey and soul journey. So we pray and request you to help us align with the set journeys that we have curated for ourselves. We ask and pray to you to help us and guide us and always keep us protected under your blessings and grace, and always help us to go forward and steer away from all negative energies or negativity, negative mindset, or anything that harms our journey or harms us. Whatever serves our highest good, may we get to connect with that. May we progress forward. May we get to have more opportunities in our lives. And also, may we have the understanding to go and choose those opportunities and to be more successful. May we be healthy, wealthy, and wise with unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. Thank you to all the meditators, masters who are here present today. Thank you for sharing your divine wisdom and your divine space, time, and energy. May you continue to do so and also help others and your own self to join every day. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. So, very warm welcome, everyone. A very happy Buddha Purnima to each and everyone. Today is in US. We are on to the 1st of May, 2026. And this is the Buddha Purnima day. On this day, there had been many auspicious things that happened. First was the birth of Gautama Buddha. Then comes the time when he was enlightened sitting under the Bodhi tree during the Purnima time, when he got enlightened. Then the third thing that happened was on this day itself, he actually vacated his body by taking parinirvana, basically nirvana. He achieved nirvana. So, masters, these are some of the things that we need to understand and know, that the journey of Buddha was not only a human figure or a human personality from the ancient time. He was a prince and he later on became a enlightened master. He was known as Gautam Buddha, but actual name was Siddhartha Gautam, and later he became Gautam Buddha, meaning the person whose name was Gautam, the last name, and whose uh, life was of a princely life. But later he became enlightened. And in Hindi, we do say for a person who is enlightened, we say Prabuddha. So that's why he became Buddha, meaning he had that wisdom, that knowledge, and he became enlightened. And that is what he, as in Hindi we say, Buddhatva Prapta Hua, meaning he attained enlightenment. And that is what the meaning is of Buddha. It's a state, it's Buddhahood. And that is what, where, when one takes this journey of the self towards himself, towards his own soul, and that is what, when you understand who you are, why you are here, why you are incarnating time and again, having rebirths, why you are going through that, because your soul needs to learn certain wisdom. When you become enlightened, when you know, like every now and then, we all have become enlightened masters. We have been enlightened time and again. So far, wherever we are today at this time, in and at this time we are coming together as a group in harmony. Our frequency is in harmony with each other, and that's why we are here. But also, the point to be noted is very, very important that every day, from the time we have taken birth till the time that we are present here today, we have become enlightened by some way or other. But we got to know who we are, why we are here, and not only that, we were able to perfect a particular wisdom time and again, wherever we were, whether we were in during our childhood days, we were in school, then we came to college, then we were, working on the higher learnings, and then we got married, or maybe we did not. But whatever the point is, for people who did not, but still, many people who got married, had kids, and then now you are actually taking care of your family. But every now and then, any work that you do, you actually went through by perfecting that lesson, by perfecting that particular, work that you are doing, or a chore even, or even when you are praying, when you are trying to, ask for something, trying to put intentions, manifesting. We have come so far that now we know what to ask and what to put intentions on, or what to manifest. The point is, and we have been steering away from all those negative mindset that earlier we were not able to understand. But today, now ask us, and we will have so many answers. That means we have perfected certain lessons, and we still need to perfect many other lessons that we are meant to learn in this lifetime. And that is what the journey of a human incarnation, and with that, enlightenment. But time and again, we are progressing forward, and we are attaining certain wisdom that is very, very essential for our soul journey or life journey. So here today, I'm going to talk about Dalai Lama, and also he was the 14th Dalai Lama, or he was also called as the incarnation for, like, he was the incarnation of Buddha. He was it was related to compassion. So as they say, when we talk about Dalai Lama, he was the Buddha of compassion. And when we say Maitreya Buddha, Maitreya Buddha meaning Buddha of metta, meaning Buddha of friendliness. So who was that? So many people from our community, PSSM, the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, they noted that Patri sir, who is the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement, he was also known as the Maitreya Buddha. And he is also depicting those qualities where he had been traveling the world, connecting everyone, teaching meditation to everyone, and becoming friends. He would always mention, my dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear meditators. He would always say that. He would always say that. My dear friends, he would always say that. So we actually take him as the Maitreya Buddha, or the icon of Buddha, who had been a friend to us, who had been teaching us as a friend. And he had been there in our lives as a guru, as a teacher, as a friend, as you know, uh, a great person. Many other things, masters. He was, different things for different person. And we all are also the same. But the point is, he was there in his physical self, where he taught each and every one of us about Anapansati meditation. And he taught everyone how to breathe in, how to breathe out, how to, you know, go through Anapansati meditation, what you need to learn, the science of spiritual reality, and all those things. He taught each and every one, but he went far and ahead to many places, even when he was having his own family, his own two daughters, wife, and he left his basically the family life many a times where not basically I'm not saying that he left and went ahead and did some meditation, he went to Himalaya, no, nothing like that. He was in the grahastha ashram, he was living with his family, but time and again the work that he was doing, the donation of his time and meditation that he gave was that it required for him to go to far away places. Even in his hometown he would go to different places. He would take the bus, and he would go on those days also when there was like too much of rain happening, and still, or the weather was very hot or cold, whatever the case may be, he would always go. And certain times there was no food to eat, no one will offer him food. And for many a times that this would have happened, that when he used to go after taking the time that I'm going to come and teach you meditation on that particular day or on that particular time, when he reached to those people's houses, people will say, hey, I have some work, please come some other time. And he would have spent that money. He would come so far from his hometown, it would take him hours, and then without eating anything, drinking anything, he would go back. The point is, or he would go to certain other places to teach meditation. So from that day, what he decided was that when this happened, when there were like a lot of followers, he started telling people that people who are coming to your home for learning meditation, try to give them food. So provide food for them. Don't send them without any food. And that was the compassion that he had understood. Why? When one goes through that same challenge, something that happens to them, anyone, we became so compassionate because we understand what was or what happened to us when we were in those shoes. When certain things happen to us, we don't want the same thing happening through us to someone else, right? So that is why this is one learning that he taught everyone, that if you are arranging meditation classes, try to provide food also, at least, tea, some snacks, but also he would say, no, provide a full food, like a lunch or dinner, something, whatever it is, please do provide at least two to three things. Not like even two things is also sufficient, but at least give them something to eat. Don't leave them behind. Don't let them go like without giving them any food or water. So that was our master. He had been born, definitely, masters for teaching all of us about, how to meditate. And there were so many things that he taught each and every one of us, right? And many masters who were you know there in PSSM, definitely they had learned so much through Pitamaha Brahmarishi Patri sir, and it was not easy for him. He has his own family masters. He had two daughters, right? And uh, wife also, and taking care of family. He had a agricultural job, and he left that also, master. So it was just imagine, it was not easy. Just imagine your own self if you were there into if you are there and you have to go to different places to teach people. Definitely you will tell your husband or wife that today I'll be busy, and for so and so time, maybe 1 hour, 2 hour, or maybe I have some work, so maybe I'll be. But not every day you will say the same thing, because your family people won't be understanding that you now require every day. So this was this everyday work of Patri Sir masters, and that was what very important. So let me share my screen about Patri Sir a little bit, and then we'll go on to Dalai Lama as well, and then we'll go on to meditation masters. Okay. So here it is. So he actually taught everyone. Uh, meditation, Anapansati meditation. I'm talking about him also, but also I wanted to talk about, you know, what is meditation and how he introduced meditation. So this word Anapansati meditation was taken from Pali Bhasha, basically Pali language. There was a place in uh, around Nepal which was called Pali. This is the place and the language the people used to say this was Pali. So the meaning of an is breathing in, and the meaning of apan is breathing out. So when you break the word anapansati, you get three words: an, apan, and sati. So and the sati, the third word is becoming one with your in breath and out breath, becoming one with your breath. So that was what I hope you are able to see, masters, right? Yeah, I believe now you will be able to see, right? Okay. So this is what, and where. So, masters, this is the logo of our Light and Soul. When I started my meditation classes, so this was the logo, the Buddha logo. Okay, just letting you know. And we have come so far. Now he taught us how to be, how to go into the thoughtless state, being in a thoughtless state. Sitting in sukhasana, cross-legged, clasp your hands and fingers, close your eyes, and becoming one with your breath, and where you don't need to have any mantra, no chanting, nothing, or no japa. And which is basically, it is called mindful breathing, which was originally taught by Gautam Buddha about 2500 years ago, right? And then, not only that, he says that yoga chitta vritti nirodha, meaning when the body and mind becomes one, your consciousness actually is, you are able to remove any negative influences on your consciousness. You can, with the yoga, with the union of body, mind, and soul, you release or you let go of many uh, negative thought process, mindset, anything that was giving you difficulty. You remove all those difficulty from your consciousness. So when you say that, it also refers to the calming the mind through the meditative techniques of Patanjali Yoga, where chitta means consciousness, vritti means fluctuations of mind. It can be like mind is very, very naughty, or mind is very, very, it is not stable. We always have some or the other emotions. Our mind fluctuates a lot. We think certain times we are very sad, certain times we are very happy, certain times we want to think about our friends, certain times we think about our family. So when you go into meditation, there are many thoughts that will come across, and you will see that once you start becoming one with your mind, body, mind, and soul, the consciousness becomes, you know very calm and centered, and you release your tensions, you release the fluctuations of mind, where the restraint is happening on your conscious mind, the restraint is happening on the fluctuations of mind, and you become more and more conscious about what steps you are taking, how you are living. You become more and more aware, jagrat ho jate hain aap, awakened, you become more awakened. So he is Pitamaha Brahmarishi Patri sir, and he says how to do meditation. Sit comfortably in Sukhasana. He says clasp your hands and fingers, interlock, and then close your eyes and observe your breath. So our great grandmaster Pitamaha Brahmarishi Subhash Patri sir, who is the founder of PSSM, the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, he was born on 11th of November 1947 in Shakkarnagar, Bodhan, Nizamabad district in Andhra Pradesh. And he was also, like as I said, he was also the founder of PSSM. And this PSSM was founded in 1990. Now this has been like many people follow PSSM, but also he was conferred Brahmarishi title. Basically, he was conferred this title by all the pyramid masters in the temple of Tirupati, the temple town of Tirupati Balaji, and in the year of 1997. These are the family members of Patri Sir Masters. Um, he is also, so he reintroduced Anapansati meditation to the world. Uh, Beside him is Swarnamala Patri ji, who is the wife of Subhash Patri Sir, and also many people call her Amma, Ma. And these are the two daughters, both of them, Parinita Patri and Paripatri. So these are two daughters that are also taking care of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. And both are sharing wisdom and teaching meditation to everyone across the globe, right? Not only that, both are married. And then on this time, he was also given in 2006, he was conferred achievement, a lifetime achievement award in 2006. So he was also given Dhyan Visharad Award in 21st March 2013. Then Good Karma Award in 2017. Then he was also given award for harnessing pyramid energy. And then this is the place where he took, basically he vacated his body, and he went, he again was into Brahma lean. He went to the source, basically, as they say, and took samadhi. So he took samadhi and vacated his body on July 24th, 2022 at 5:07 p.m. in Hyderabad, India, right? And so this is the place, masters, his birth date, and the you know death means change. So he would always guide people that when a person vacates his body, is the time of celebration. It's not the time of to be sad or to be depressed or to cry, but a time of celebration, because any person who took incarnation, he or she, they become free from this worldly life. They now are into the spiritual journey ahead. And this is the time of celebration where the loved ones that have already, crossed this physical world, they come to you to, take you away from the physical world, but they come and take you to the spiritual realm, and they celebrate your coming. They celebrate you. So that is what he used to say. So that's why he said, don't cry. And he would also, okay, so this is done. Let me stop share. So this was about Patrisar Masters, okay. Now we are also going to learn a little bit about the Dalai Lama, okay, Masters. So let me share another screen with you. Uh, 1 second, and then you will be done. Okay. So when we talk about Dalai Lama, Masters, so Dalai Lama, yeah. So his actual name, he is the holiness. He's the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso. Okay. So he used to describe himself as a simple Buddhist monk. This is the, old picture of Dalai Lama. And, but he still looks like this. This is the childhood picture on the right side. And he is a spiritual leader of Tibet. He was born on 6th of July, 1935 to a farming family. So in a small village called Hamlet in Taksar, Amdo, northeastern Tibet. So that was where, he was born, and he was, you know, later on, he was shown. So in 1933, the 13th Dalai Lama vacated his body. In 1935, July 6th, he was born, our 14th Dalai Lama, the picture that you just saw. And so in 1937, he was just a 2.5-year-old boy. And he was very simple, coming from Tibet. And he was recognized as the 14th reincarnation of Buddha of compassion, and destined to become the spiritual and political leader of his life. So the story goes like this. Let me just share you a little bit of how the 13th incarnation, the Dalai Lama. So earlier in those days, a person who is of highest wisdom, he was called Lama or Dalai Lama. Dalai meaning ocean of wisdom. So Dalai Lama meaning a person who has attained a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And so they were called Dalai Lama. So Dalai Lama was born on July 6th, 1935, and to a family of poor farmers in the province of Amdo in Tibet. And his elder brother, Thupten Jigme Norbu, had also been recognized as a reincarnation of a High Lama. Basically, he was also of the highest order, and so he was named as Tulku, Tulku. Okay, so Tulku in Taksar itself, and Rinpoche. So they say Rinpoche or Rinpoche. Rinpoche. Yeah, so it was a surprise that another Rinpoche would be found within the family. So everyone was very surprised. So what happened was the current Dalai Lama is regarded as the 14th incarnation of Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara. So he is said to be the 14th incarnation of Avalokiteshvara, which is also Shiva. The original Dalai Lama came out of the Gelug or virtuous school of Tibetan Buddhism. The third teacher in the Gelug lineage appeared as the incarnation of the compassionate Bodhisattva and was subsequently named Dalai Lama. So how that happened was that a Tulku is a special Lama, one who has incarnated from a previous teacher. Okay, so previous teacher, there must be a previous teacher whom Dalai Lama is the incarnation, and he is the 14th incarnation basically. So in his lineage, he is a Tulku. Who this 14th Dalai Lama was also a Tulku, and now he is a Tulku. So thousands of Tulkus have been recognized over the centuries, and most of these were men. So Dalai Lama has said that he had considered the idea that he will return as the 15th Dalai Lama in a female form. So the identification of a Tulku was portrayed in the film Kundan, and where monks disguised as peasants arrived at the future Dalai Lama home, where he was a child of 3 years old. So what happened was the many monks, they gathered to the village, and they went to uh, you know this future Dalai Lama, the 14th Dalai Lama. So what had happened that the old teacher, the teacher who had died earlier, basically what happened was that the 13th Dalai Lama died in 1933 while his body was in its period of sitting in state. So at that time, he was sitting in state and he died, right? So his head turned mysteriously toward the area near Amdo. So the village where it was, the Amdo village where it was. So what happened, this 13th Dalai Lama, as he vacated his body, he twisted his neck to basically in some direction. And so all the monks, they went in that direction, searching for the 14th Dalai Lama. So as soon as they went to that village, Amdo, where they found the direction, so they went to this boy's house. Somehow they got to know. And so they went to that house in the form of farmers, and they showed this 14th Dalai Lama, the reincarnation, showed some of the things, basically given a test. So as soon as the things were shown, they have to choose like what was their thing that they remember. So as soon as they went there and they showed this boy Tenzin Gyatso all those things of the teacher, he picked one thing and he said, "It is mine. This is mine." And that was time when they understood that this is our 13th teacher, the Dalai Lama. So he became the 14th incarnation, right? He was the 14th incarnation. So Tenzin Gyatso from Amdo and Taktsa became the 14th Dalai Lama. This is the story of how Dalai Lama was, taken. And then he was taken to another place for further teachings. And later on, he was again met with his own family later on. But during that time, he was learning all the subjects and everything that was important for him. So, and the Dalai Lama of the highest order are called Tulkus, right? So this is also known by the title Rinpoche, which means the precious one. So the Dalai Lama is not only the reincarnate Tulku of the Gelugpa clan and secular religious leader of Tibet, he is also believed to be the reincarnation of Lokiteshvara. That's what I wanted to let you know. Anyhow, so you also heard the story, and then so he was 3 years old when he was taken away from the family to be trained and prepared for his 14 for his role as 14th in the succession of Dalai Lama, right? So eventually he was returned to the family or reunited with the family, and he continued his intensive education and training. So at the age of 15, with the Chinese invasion threatening the horizon, Dalai Lama was formally made the leader of Tibet. So the young leader tried to secure the assistance of Great Britain and America, but was turned down. So Tibet was going to have to face the might of huge Chinese government alone, So on March 17, 1958, Dalai Lama consulted with Neshung oracle and was instructed to leave Tibet. So later on, after 9 years, he actually understood that something is going to happen, so he has to leave Tibet. So he basically disguised himself as a soldier and he slept out of the country. So there were like, there are the first 13 Dalai Lamas are shown, told. The first one was Gedun Drub in 1391, from 1391 to 1474. Second one was Gedun Gyatso, 1475 to 1542. Third one was Sonam Gyatso, 1543 to 1588. Fourth one was Yonten Gyatso, 1589 to 1616. Fifth one was Gawang Lobsang Gyatso in 1670 to 1682. Sang Yang Gyatso, 1683 to 1706. Then the seventh one was Kezang Gyatso, 1706 to 1757. Eighth one was Jampal Gyatso, 1758 to 1804. Then ninth one was Luntok Gyatso, 1806 to 1815. 10th one was Shultrim Gyatso from 1816 to 1837. 11th one was Khedrup Gyatso in 1838 to 1856. 12th one was Trinli Gyatso, 1856 to 1875. And the 13th one was Thupten Gyatso in 1876 to 1933. So this was basically, the 13 Dalai Lamas that we should know about. And so later on, Tibetan Buddhism was very popular, and it was, the teachings were actually, went far and wide to different monasteries, countries, right? And study centers were formed. And now actually there are more than 100 of, centers, meditation centers, which are basically in the form of Shambhala. So not all Shambhalas, but it is, called as the Shambhala Sun, which is also now publishing as Lion's Roar, bi-monthly periodical is coming. So the author is basically Chogyam Trungpa. So he also came from Tibet, and he fled Tibet in 1953. He was basically an immigrant, and he immigrated to United States. So who was he? Basically, who spread Tibetan Buddhism everywhere. And so this is where, masters, I'm gonna end, but this was very, very important. So he says, Dalai Lama, that he was once asked about the cause of suffering. So he responded with humor and, like how he was, and he would be like very true to what he say. And he said, I need to squeeze this brain, because we think so much, right? Why? Because we think so much and we make everything big out of our thought process, right? We make a mountain out of a molehill. So first one understands that he causes much of his suffering needlessly, meaning we actually are suffering without any reason. We should not. It is needless. Then second, he looks for the reasons for this in his own life. To look is to have confidence in one's own ability to end the suffering. So if you look at your own self, and when you go and understand the root cause of everything, you will understand that your suffering is needless, and you think a lot about your problems, Finally, he says that I wish arises to find a path to peace. So he would want to find a path to peace for all beings who desire happiness, all wish to find her or their purer selves, right? So he says to, remove all the three fires, five aggregates, the five aggregates are basically matter, from the matter body, eye, ear, nose, throat, all the senses. Because with the senses, we get to feel, see, touch, and that is also creating our experiences, our feelings, thoughts, emotions, our perception, mental formations, even our response. Everything actually, when getting together, it makes certain realities which certain times don't even exist, or it should not, but we create that because of our thinking, because of the sense, because of, just imagine, the more we have eaten a particular thing, we would have the greed to eat it more if we like it, right? So that is what the three fires are: the greed, hatred, and delusion. So greed can also make you, it's kind of poison. And it is the greed of craving certain things, certain people, or certain situations, desire, your thirst. Then certain times you are also, so how you can remove that? Through generosity and by donating, you can remove greed from your life. Then hatred. So he says that, when you have this aversion towards someone or aversion towards a particular thing, you show aggression also. And how you can remove that? By loving friendliness, metta, and compassion, karuna. Then the third one is delusion, that means ignorance and confusion. You can remove that with prajna, meaning with wisdom and enlightenment. So that was what R said. And so he says that the wheel of Buddha, the cycle of this dukkha always journeys continues, right? So life is full of suffering, and everyone's life is like that, but we inflict so much pain on our own self. It's self-inflicted, right? So anyhow, I'm gonna end it now here. 1 second, masters. Yeah. So anyone has anything to share, speak, masters. This was about Dalai Lama and our great grandmaster Pitamaha Brahmarishi Patri sir, about the Maitreya Buddha, the Buddha of compassion and Buddha of friendliness. Buddha of compassion is Dalai Lama the 14th, and Maitreya Buddha is our great grandmaster Pitamaha Brahmarishi Patri sir Mahavtar, and Brahmarishi Patri sir, sorry, not Mahavtar. It just came out because of gratitude. Every day we give that gratitude. So anyhow, masters, thank you so much. And if you have anything to share, speak, or ask, you can. Otherwise, we can go straight into meditation. Thank you so much, Deepak ji. Anyone else has anything to share? Anyone has anything to share, speak? Would you like to ask anything? Or I know that was just the information, so there's nothing much to ask. But yeah, if you are all ready, let us go into meditation. Yes, Sheelam ji, if you want to.
Atmavandan told
Just Sheelam ji.
Dalai Lama came to India, and did he continue the preaching of the Buddhist? Just wanted to know about it.
Sorry, your voice was cutting, Sheelam ji. So, what are you asking? Can you write down, because your voice is breaking? I can't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you say that again? If you can try that once again.
No,
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Sorry, I can't hear you. Shilamji, your voice is breaking, so I can't hear you properly. One second. One second. Let me. Can you write down the text? I can't. 1 second. Okay. Let me see. When did Dalai Lama come to India? Yeah. So Dalai Lama actually had come to, first he fled from India. It was the part of India at that time. Okay. And then later, I think December 12th and 2025, he came to India. Sheelamji, I can't hear you. So I'm just trying to mute you now because really, I'm so sorry. But Dalai Lama actually came to India in Karnataka. So Hubli airport, he came, and then in Hubli he came, and it was on December 12th, 2025. So, to the Abbot Drepung Gomang Monastery, he came to, meet Dalai Lama to greet him. and he was at the, so let me show you the picture when he came. 1 second. Okay, this is the picture, masters. If you all can see, okay. Yeah. So this is where, Mundgod, Karnataka. So His Holiness the Dalai Lama left Dharamshala, where large numbers of Tibetans and people from overseas lined the streets and gathered at the airport to see him off and flew to Delhi. So he flew to Delhi, and from Delhi he flew to Hubli in Karnataka to the great monastic seat of Drepung Monastery in exile. So Drepung master was monastery who was in exile. He came to meet him, right? And this was what the abbot of Drepung Gomang Monastery, Monlam Gyatso, the senior administrator, and Jigme Sultrim, the chief representative of the Central Tibetan administration in the south. He was also received by Hubli Dharwad DC Miss Divya Prabhu, representing the local civil administration. So anyhow, masters, that is all about the higher gazetted officers' names. But this is how people came to meet him. These are the pictures. So the Ganden Tripa waiting to greet His Holiness the Dalai Lama on his arrival at Drepung Gomang Monastery in Mundgod, Karnataka. So His Holiness is Ganden Tripa. Okay, just imagine, masters. And this is another picture of His Holiness Dalai Lama in the congregation during the welcome ceremony at Drepung Gomang Monastery in Mundgod, right? So this is the monastery masters. Just see, it's so beautiful. Such beautiful monastery. Amazing, right? Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone. Did he continue preaching? Yes, he continued preaching, but not that much, right? Yeah, monks. I know monks. They're all called monks, but also some of them are Dalai Lamas and Tulkus also, right? But they are also of the highest order. So we cannot just say monks to them. Anyhow, masters, let's go into meditation. I believe we are now ready and set to go into the Purnima meditation. So let's sit cross-legged, masters. Let us invoke the energies of compassionate Buddha and also Maitreya Buddha at this time. Take a deep in-breath, masters, and slow out breath. As you are breathing in and breathing out, remember to invoke and put intentions that may we become more compassionate, may we become more friendly, may we have forgiven all who we haven't forgiven till date. May we let go of all those difficult emotions, difficult mindset from our lives, from our mind. So take a deep in-breath, masters. Sit straight with your feet crisscrossed. If you're sitting down, please do sit with your feet crisscrossed like this, just like my hand. But this is your feet that you should be crossing. Then clasp your hands and fingers and close your eyes and be with your breath. So as you are breathing in and breathing out, remember that each and every breath that you are breathing in, the incoming of your breath is called An. The outgoing of your breath is called Apan. And when you become one with your in-breath and out-breath, when the two meets, when the incoming breath comes in and when the outgoing goes out, the meeting point of these two, the touch and go, is the place where you are becoming one with your breath, masters. You concentrate at a central point on your third eye, on your forehead. And this is the place where you start concentrating when you go thoughtless, when your mind does not fluctuate, when your body, mind, and soul becomes one, then the fluctuations of your mind stops and you start becoming more conscious and more aware. And slowly, as the mind does not disturb you, you go deep within your own self. So invoking the Purnima energies at this time, the full moon energies, and also letting go of each and every breath and letting go of that heaviness, that heavy mindset, letting go of anything that is still bothering you or us. Take a deep in breath and let it be slow and steady, masters. As you are breathing in, requesting everyone to expand your lungs and heart. That means as you breathe in, your lungs expand as if they have blown like a balloon, as if your lungs are balloon and you are filling air in them. And as you breathe out, you empty these balloons or lungs, which are filled with air. So take a deep in breath, masters. Expand your lungs. Pause for a moment. And slowly breathe out and relax. And not only that, you start becoming more and more relaxed, peaceful, and calm. Let each and every breath be your guide, masters. So straighten up your spine, straighten up your neck and head. And as you breathe in, remember that each and every breath enters your body through your crown, through your nostril, through your pores of your skin. Everything works for you at this time. Every breath that comes in, it rejuvenates your body, your skin, your mind, your lungs, heart, and all your organs, and each and every cell. So take your time, breathe in and relax, and let go. And always remember that you are never alone. There is always your guides, your masters associated with you. So as you are breathing in, we are also invoking the pyramid energies from the astral realm. Let us invoke the golden pyramids from the astral realm, masters. We also see the full moon with our third eye, the imagination that we have when we close our eyes. Our imagination also works. See yourself helping your own self by relaxing yourself, grounding yourself and your energies. Take your time, masters. Sit straight. Feel the energies of the pyramids and the full moon, and also the collective energy of the group. So breathe in, take your time, and also breathe in into your spine, into your back, into the tailbone region, hips, thighs, knees, and calf muscles. Then going down slowly, steadily, and slowly grounding your energies into Mother Earth. So breathing in, breathing out, and let this continue further. Every time when you breathe in, you find yourself going more and more deeper within yourself. We invite and we invoke Gautam Buddha, Lord Gautam Buddha, to help us elevate into higher consciousness, to elevate ourselves to enlightenment, to awaken ourselves and others, and help each other. May we all be more and more compassionate and kind. May we work at the right time, with the right energies, right mindset, with right people, and right opportunities. May our lives be filled with unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. Take your time, masters. So, masters, take a deep in breath and slow out breath. And as you are breathing in, go more and more deeper within your own self. As you are going into the deeper states, remember to become one with your body, with your mind, and your soul. The more deeper you go, you will remember who you are. The Purnima days are very intense when the moon is at its splendor, totally full. The sun's energies that the full moon has taken or the moon has taken. Moon reflects totally to earth by shining its light onto earth and also pulling onto the water bodies, pulling onto our emotions. And so Purnima days should be meditated by all the meditators and to all those people who find that their mind fluctuates a lot. They have a lot of suffering through mind. For those people who are very stressed or tensed, or even for women who goes through hormonal changes, One should always meditate to get more healing, to get enlightenment, and also to raise your consciousness, to elevate your frequency and vibration. Your senses get heightened, your superpowers come forth, the answers to your questions come forth during meditation. You find ways to solve your problems or challenges. The masters come to you to meet you, to guide you, and to heal you. This is the time that as we go deeper and more deeper into ourselves, we should remember that we are souls, not the body. So let go of your physical awareness, physical identity at this time for a while and go deep within your own self, into the soul self. And put the intention that I know who I am. I know my purpose, the soul's purpose, and I know what lessons I need to learn. We always go through transformation. Our body, mind, and our work, everything changes. Everything transforms. We transform. And every transformation brings some good changes and some not so good changes in us. But as we keep a positive mindset, the transformation always brings happiness. If we don't resist, if we let go of bygones, when we forgive people and move forward, when we respect our energies, when we love ourselves and care for ourselves, in the deeper state of meditation. Ask the divine guidance to be given to you by Gautama Buddha, by the enlightened master. May we also be given different pathways to heal ourselves. My dear masters, now, very slowly, let us all return back into our body consciousness. Let us give gratitude, respects, and regards to Lord Gautama Buddha, to all the divine beings, to the masters, as each and every breath that you are taking at this time. May we also get to know that we are powerful souls. This is the time of full moon, where our body, mind, and soul, everything is healing, where today is the time when Lord Gautama Buddha became enlightened. This was also the day when he was born. Again, he went through another rebirth as an enlightened being. And later, on this day itself, later on, after many years, he took nirvana from this physical world, be it a journey of a normal human soul or a person or an enlightened being. Everyone goes through the cycle of birth and death. And when people who learn wisdom, who meditate and experience their life, who learn certain lessons, they are also learning, again being born. And that is also there, another rebirth. So let us give thanks and gratitude to our own self. Thank you to the pyramids from the astral realm. And thank you to all the masters. Let us slowly unclasp our hands, take a deep in breath, and straighten our spine. Straighten up your neck and head, masters. Feel your toes and feet. Feel your hands and fingers. As you take a deep in breath, slowly unclasp your hands and keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And whenever you feel ready and comfortable, masters, you may come out with a beautiful smile. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome back, masters. Thank you so much. Anyone has any experience to share or any questions or anything that you want to ask? Let us know. Thank you so much. We will be meeting for the weekend as well, masters, this time because it is Buddha Purnima time. So the classes will go on. Okay, it won't stop. Saturday, Sunday also will be having class because of Buddha Purnima. So tomorrow also and day after tomorrow also we'll be having class. Okay, just letting you know. Maybe in upcoming week, later on from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, wherever I need time, I'll take 1 day or 2 day off. Okay, so just letting you know, masters. Anything you want to ask related to that, you can ask, masters. Any questions so far? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow also we'll have class, masters. Okay, so no holiday. Just doing Purnima meditation. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So thank you so much, masters. If we don't have any questions or any hand raises, we'll end the session. And try to open your videos so that, at least we know what's happening. We just can't just stay quiet all the time. It's not basically not doing the good that you feel that we are actually in deep state of meditation. I understand, but at least sharing what experiences you feel. It is not only about vision, but the feelings and also the changes in your body that you can feel. That also will explain a lot of answers. Basically, it will give you a lot of answers. So do share. Thank you so much. Have a good night, masters. Take care, stay blessed, and stay happy. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.